I have a good idea. We have to find that prophet.
Huh?
He can tell us where the donkey is.
That's the man I told you about. He will rule my people.
There are times when God speaks to you, it will come in the form of a good idea. Now, here's a disclaimer. That's not at all times, but that is sometimes. I want you to take a look at this from scripture. One of Saul's daddy's donkeys got away, and he told Saul to go take a servant with him and look for the donkeys. They looked and couldn't find them. But notice what verse 6 says. But the servant said, I've just thought of something. There's a man of God who lives in this town. He is held in high honor by all the people because of everything he says comes true. Let's go find him. Perhaps he can tell us which way to go. Of course, speaking about Prophet Samuel. They went to find him. Now, I want you to remember what verse 6 says. I've just thought of something. Now, when you go to verse 15, look at this. Now the Lord had told Samuel that previous day, about that time tomorrow, I will send you a man from the land of Benjamin. Verse 17, when Samuel saw Saul, the Lord said, that's the man I told you about. He will rule my people. I want you to notice how the servant said, I just thought of something. But little did that servant know that God told Samuel that he was going to be the one to bring them there. So when the thought popped up in the servant's mind, it was actually God putting it there so they could come forth. And when you look at the bigger scheme of things, the donkey got lost by the orchestration of God so they could find Samuel, and so Samuel could prepare to anoint Saul as king. I say this to you to point to two things. Point number one is this. Don't abandon all of your good ideas or ideas in general, because not all the time, but sometimes God can speak to you or lead you somewhere in the form of a good idea that can open up all types of things for your life. Tested, of course, by scripture. But number two, some of your biggest inconveniences could actually be God's divine orchestration to your appointment and of your call. Saul's family lost a donkey, but God orchestrated that so they could go find Samuel. And Samuel could help Saul walk in his call. Now, Saul eventually disobeyed and was cut off. But you can't say that God didn't give him a chance. So even in your biggest inconveniences, ask God, God, what is your purpose for it? Hit follow if you like Bible content like this. And if you're on YouTube, subscribe with the bell icon to be notified when I upload. Now, if you want to learn more about God's call for your life, I'm doing a 3-day class at the end of the month on this subject, as people have asked. I'm going to be teaching on quantum physics and its role in God's spiritual journey for us. A detailed biblical perspective on deja vu. Understanding whenever God places people in your life for divine connections. Understanding prophetic patterns in the Bible, as well as other practical and spiritual tips to help you understand how to walk in your call. I'm also doing a 30-minute Q&A at the beginning. That part's not pre-recorded, but everything else is, so you can watch it at your convenience. To be added to the email list when it's sent out, click the Ironic Learning link in my bio or the link in my story. And if you're on YouTube or TikTok, it's in my bio as well on my profile page.